Hey everyone, this is Chef Shane with Z Grills. Thanks for stopping by today. We're going to be preparing a really fun recipe. It's a whole skin-on turkey breast that's going to be seasoned with smoked salt, Spanish paprika, and cumin. Now while this is grilling at 350 degrees, we're going to baste this with a delicious homemade barbecue sauce. It's very easy to make. We will then be preparing that delicious turkey breast with some grilled mashed potatoes. We're going to use whole red potatoes, grass-fed butter, and some heavy cream. So now that we've got everything together, let's get started. I'm going to do a little olive oil on our turkey breast. Just a nice even coating for our spices and our seasoning we're going to get on there. You can be very liberal. You can add it on for a lot of flavor. All right, now that that's coated and ready to go, let's hit it with some salt. All right. Again, I like to use a generous amount. Now let's start to add some of that paprika. Get up real high so you can sprinkle nice and evenly. You want to get that dusted on. Now for a little more earthiness, let's get that cumin in there. That salt and that paprika and that cumin help enhance all the different flavors that we got going on, which are then brought out even more by that excellent grill we're going to be using. Now that we got our turkey breast seasoned and ready to go, we need to do a quick prep on our potatoes to get them into the cast iron skillet. I'm going to cut these red potatoes roughly, maybe let's see, we're going to do half and then we're going to do thirds. By cutting those smaller pieces, it's going to allow our potatoes to cook a little faster and a little more evenly. Because ultimately we want that perfect al dente texture. All right, the potatoes are now going to go back in the bowl. I'm going to hit them with just a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt. You always want to salt your potatoes right off the bat because it helps bring, again, the flavor to the surface. Get a little salt in there. Let's get a little oil. And remember, if you're doing these potatoes on the grill, cast iron is the way to go. You can use a pan. You can use a Dutch oven. You got a lot of different options depending on what you want to make and how much you want to make. All right, turkey breast is ready. Potatoes are prepped and ready. Let's get cooking, guys. We're going to be cooking this turkey breast at around 350 to 375 degrees. We're going to monitor our internal temperature. And once that gets going, we're then going to add the potatoes to the cast iron skillet for our delicious mashed potato recipe. All right, let's get this turkey breast on the grill. There we go. Place it nice in the center. I'm going to do breast side up for now. I've got the cast iron skillet heating for the potatoes that we're going to add probably in about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll check back with you soon. Hey everyone, so our turkey breast is on the grill. Our cast iron skillet is preheating for the potatoes. So now we're going to make the barbecue sauce. It's a really great simple recipe you can make right in your own kitchen. Our base is ketchup, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, a little smoked paprika, and a touch of salt and pepper to taste. So let's get started. We're going to get our ketchup in the mixing bowl. Set that to the side. I'm now going to start to add a little bit of sugar. I'm probably going to do close to like 2 tablespoons roughly. And I might alter that to taste as we mix. All right. Now that smoked paprika, I'm going to get in there and give it a generous pinch. Probably about a half a teaspoon if you actually want to measure it out. Then on my apple cider vinegar, I'm going to start again with probably close to 2 tablespoons. All right, now that we got that in there, let's get a good mix. Incorporate all the ingredients really well. We want a nice, even, smooth mixture because this barbecue sauce in about 20 minutes or so is going to get basted right onto the turkey breast. So that sauce is going to incorporate into the fat and the skin. It's going to crisp up and add a lot of flavor to our finished recipe. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to taste. All right, we've got all our ingredients incorporated. I just added salt and pepper to taste. Let's see how we're doing. Excellent. I'm going to add one final ingredient. I'm going to smash a couple garlic cloves. The reason I'm adding that garlic, again, is to add complexity of flavor and texture. So quick tip at home for your garlic. Take your whole clove, skin on, flat side of your blade or your chef knife, right over top of the clove, firmly press down. And what happens is your clove gets crushed, it releases all the natural oils, and it comes right out of the skin. So I'm going to give that a quick chop, just nice and rough. I'm going to finish the other 2 cloves. This is going to go right into the sauce. And the reason I'm putting it right into the sauce is it's going to allow the garlic to cook at a slower temperature rather than cooking it prolonged and risking burning. We simply want to enhance the flavor and get a nice, even color right on our turkey breast. Get that garlic in there. All right, and that's all we needed, guys. Ketchup, brown sugar, apple cider vinegar, smoked paprika, garlic, and salt and pepper to taste. Now that we've got our barbecue sauce prepped and ready for the turkey, we're gonna get our potatoes rocking and put them in the cast iron skillet. All right, my friends, we gotta get these potatoes in the cast iron skillet. All right, now it's time to baste our turkey breast with some of our homemade barbecue sauce. All right, let's take a look at our potatoes, see how they're doing. Oh yeah, look at that. Starting to get a little bit of color, cooking down really nicely and evenly. They're ready to start mashing. All right, we've got our potatoes ready to mash. We've got to add a few ingredients before we get started. So now we're going to throw in some grass-fed butter, about ½ cup, some fresh chopped chive. I've measured out about ½ cup of heavy whipping cream, but I'm going to add that incrementally to make sure I don't overuse. I'll start to give a little bit of a mix. I want to start to melt some of that butter because the potatoes are still hot. Butter's melting up nicely. Everything's starting to incorporate. All right, now that our potatoes are ready to mash, I'm going to use my immersion blender with a potato masher attachment. If you don't have one of these at home, always go for the handheld old school potato masher. I still have one in my house as well. They work perfectly. There's our beautiful barbecued turkey breasts. All right, we're going to let him rest for about 10 minutes before we get carving. So our turkey breast is ready. Our mashed potatoes have been mashed and they're ready to go. We're going to go to plating, and one of the things we're going to use for our plating is fresh rosemary. It has flavor and a great visual presentation you can do right at home. Okay, so we've got our mashed potatoes that were cooked in the cast iron skillet. Skin on. Heavy cream, grass-fed butter, chives, salt and pepper to taste. Let's get our turkey breast on there as well. It's going to be a beautiful family-style presentation for everyone here to share. We got our fresh rosemary. A little pro tip, take your whole sprig of rosemary, hit it 3 or 4 times, it brings out the natural oils. Now, I'm going to start to get some rosemary leaves right here on the turkey. You can create lots of layers of flavor and texture with your ingredients, but you can also do it visually as well. One of the reasons I love using fresh herbs. There we go. So there we have it. We've got our whole roasted turkey breast that was braised with barbecue sauce right on the grill. We've got our red potatoes that were cooked in the cast iron skillet alongside it. We mashed them to put together the perfect fall meal, finished with a little bit of rosemary. A really fun, simple recipe you can do any time of the year, but it would be especially great for November, fall, and the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. I'm Chef Shane with Z Grills. Thanks for cooking with us.